Hello up there. I thought I'd find you out here. Running away, are we? You don't need to hide. You've already been spotted. Do you mind if I join you? Good. It's beautiful out here tonight, isn't it? I always thought the moon looked so wonderful from atop of the butterfly mansion. You think so too? You're unusually quiet. Did something happen on that mission? A civilian died. I see. I understand now. You were rather distant at the meeting. Either way, you shouldn't blame yourself for that. We sadly can't save everyone. Listen, Butterfly. I know it's hard to be helpless as somebody dies in front of you, and you know that you have the strength to save them. Trust me, I know all too well what that feels like. But you can't blame yourself. No. Stop. You can't blame yourself. So what if you could have done something? You were too late. That's the grim reality of our job as demon hunters. We don't get a choice in whether people live or die. That's how the game of life is played. If we were able to simply choose who lives and dies, well, my older sister would be here. Yes, Kane. You're right. I don't speak very much of her. How that ended was something I don't like to think about. It's funny that I'd find you up here, though, mourning over a life. Because when Kane died, I used to find myself up here a lot. All the time, actually. I don't quite think there was ever a night where I wasn't up here. It was terrible to lose someone so close. To be so close to them, able to do something, yet being helpless in the face of their demise. It is a terrible feeling. One that you now know all too well. One that I know all too well. With that being said, you shouldn't hold yourself accountable for that civilian's life. You were right there, it doesn't matter. You need to stop. If you continue on like that, it's only going to get worse. And you shouldn't put your mental state through that. As demon hunters, we have plenty to worry about. The last thing you need to concern yourself with is the likes of a death that you couldn't avoid. Casualties happen, as morbid as that sounds. But there is little to nothing that we can do about it. We live and we die. Perhaps we have little control over when we may die, but even the slightest accident can kill someone. Death is like a gamble. Yes, a roll of the dice could simply decide our fate. You could be walking, slip, fall, and crack your head open. Or you could be battling a demon, and next thing you know, you're impaled and you're bleeding out, and everything is dark and scary, and they're dying before you. I'm terribly sorry. That got a lot more dark than I wanted for it to. My apologies. I don't really talk much about what happened with Kane. I never have. Oh, thank you. I really needed that. See, butterfly. No, it's not pathetic to have those feelings over losing someone you don't even know. As demon hunters, we make it a responsibility to care and protect the people around us. Like I said, sometimes we're not always going to be able to be there to help them. And it is what it is. You can't let something like that weigh down on you. Lives are lost daily. If we mourned every single one of them, well, we would have no energy left. That much is for certain. Do you understand? Well, as long as you are willing to try, that's all I need to hear. Enough about that, though. Look up at the stars. I wasn't kidding when I said it was wonderful out here. The moon always looks so nice. No, it's not quite full. I believe it's waning, if anything. A shame. Full moons are normally rather beautiful. Right. Oh. You're right. There is a constellation there. Mm-hmm. Oh? What would be your favorite constellation? My. Isn't that a wonderful pick? My own? I would have to choose Orion. Why is that? Why did you choose yours? Quite a hefty reason you've got there. I wouldn't say mine is anything like that, but Orion was Kane's favorite. Of course. I miss her dearly. There's not a day that she's ever not on my mind. Everything I do, it's for her. It was always for her. Fighting beside her side in the demon corps. Of course I fight for myself. I sort of have to survive. If I'm not fighting for myself, then is it really fighting at all? Well, yes, I suppose that's true. You make a good point. I won't argue with you. But... alright. Maybe I don't have such a grand reason, but for me, fighting to avenge my sister is enough for me. And that's a perfectly valid reason. But just because your reason differs from my own, well, there's no need to judge mine. I won't judge yours, so you shouldn't judge mine. That's just not nice, now is it? That's what I thought, Butterfly. Wouldn't want... pardon me. Wouldn't want to wind up like Gio. No one likes him. Let's be realistic here. Just be nice, and I'll be nice in return. Or maybe I'll push you from the top of the mansion. No, I wouldn't do that. You're too precious for me to do that. I love you, Butterfly. And I want you to know that in moments like this, where you run off to the top of the mansion, you know you can always come and find me in my chambers, right? You don't need to be a stranger. I'll always be here for you. Oh, I'm glad that you know. I just... seeing you up here alone, it sort of hurt. I wouldn't want anyone to go through the same pain that I had gone through when I had lost Kane. It's a terrible feeling to mourn someone that you've loved and you've lost. It hurts terribly. Does it ever go away? Oh, Butterfly. Here, let me get those tears. No. No, Butterfly. It doesn't go away. It doesn't get easier. It really doesn't. Everybody mourns and grieves in their own way. And that's alright. A lot of things are alright when someone you love dies. It's alright to mourn. It's alright to be sad. It's alright to be depressed. It's alright to hide away in your chambers. You don't have to get up. It hurts. But, although it is okay to accept a lot of negative feelings, it's never alright to let them control you and how you plan on living your life. Sadly, as the saying goes, it is true. When someone dies, the world does continue to keep turning. Painful, but if we are to lay down and die, just as they did, then what good are we? You're so upset over the civilian, even though we have no clue who they are. I don't think that they would want their could-have-been savior. Alright, maybe that's a bit harsh. But come on, you have to make light of these things. Could've. I know. It wasn't meant as a kick to your pride. No. Lighten up, Butterfly. I know. That was rude of me. I apologize. But seriously, in all seriousness, the person that passed away, their death was not your fault. A demon killed them before you arrived. There was nothing you could have done, Butterfly. There really isn't. You avenged them, and I'm sure that was all that they wanted. You gave them a proper death. Well, I suppose those are not quite the right words, but I'm sure they made it to the afterlife all right. If anything was weighing them from going, then you slaying their killer should have been enough, don't you think? Yes, of course I'm right. When am I ever wrong? Hey, don't bring that up. Don't be snarky now, Butterfly. It's late. I think you've cried enough. How does coming back to bed sound? Or simply coming inside with me? It's cold out here. Yes, you are rather crazy for sitting out here in the frigid. I could draw us up a nice hot bath. How does that sound? Of course I'll join you. I'm not just making it for you. Good. Butterfly. Come here before I go. It wasn't your fault, alright? You did everything you could. And I'm sure they're happy wherever they are, due to your efforts. Life comes and life goes. But you will always remain, so long as I am here at your side. I'll always protect you, just as you'll protect everybody else. So please, don't let it weigh on you too hard. Your pretty little mind deserves a rest. So let it be for the night, alright? When you come down... That's right. I expect you to leave it be. It can weigh on your mind, that's alright. But just let it be for the night. Good. Such a precious little butterfly. Alright. I'll see you when you come down. Till then, Butterfly.